na omoma sanko for the omo fingerprint. I register hundreds and thousands of e-switch. Inti, what they did was that omunya nipa ba akona sa nipa no and then the fingerprint and omo printed about 200,000 over e-switch cards. So automatically, those e-switch cards now omo create, it is for national service personnel. Now, what happens in the say every month, that person or those people, they can take like 10 people or 5 people omo register, and each person because of omo fingerprinter omo di create a e-switch card momo nipa ba ku bia betuma nipa 50,000 and 20,000 and 10,000 on your fingertips. Sa e-switch card ni nyina, it goes to one name, one fingerprint. Now what happens in the say month ni drew na se ka say you betua national service for car. So national service for 1.5 million. 500,000, it is theirs. Do you know how they go take the money? One person will go to the bank. They have connection with the bank managers. And the signing panel will come. Sa one fingerprint wire one card, it represents 500,000 personnel. It's that person will go and you bet 500,000 ghost names at their masani pan because they created one person 500,000 e-switch cards. But you don't see the physical card. But on the fingerprint back and a year 500,000 e-switch card on the system.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo
on radio. Go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You will get us live. Can listen to the show live right now. We're also on iOS or on Apple. Go to the App Store and download Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. Now, something about what actually happened today, and it's got to do with the criminality, the criminal cartel of the NPP. Now, and the matter in Sembebri, and it's got to do with this John man, your friend, Boahene. Metna me platform we so e catch them say, Sa Boahene we oyewi. Metna ha so many occasions. And I me catch them say, Sa NSB ho, Sa National Signal Bureau ho, led by this guy, and Joe Ansa. Any the other guys there, the level of corruption are equal. I'm not for be break that social media the matem. Do you remember? Bet much a piece of it. This was when I did a piece on this guy. I forgot to tell you this. This guy, he is the brother to Charles Boahene. Munim Charles Boahene. Mr. P, Mr. S, pull the Charles Boahene's picture for me. Now me remind the Ghana for who Charles Boahene is. This is a brother to Charles Boahene. And remember, I spoke about Charles Boahene some time our platform we so. The Charles Boahene guy, these are the same group of people the NPP. They are using them to destroy Ghana. They are a family. What they use them for 2024 November, last year November. Sa Akwawe Boahene, this guy, I did series of scandals on this guy. Me magana for Bonia Akwawe AD. Me chamo sika omuria. But you see, the kind of job we do here, it takes time. And it's a pregnancy. It takes time to give birth. And this me story. Now, Obijna baby, Edimatem, or trying to undermine what I have done. I am straight. Because you see, I have fact Jumani, and as far as all the facts in the year Jumano, definitely a day will come, some facts no, a bit manifested. And that was what you people are seeing today. There are so many things I have said, so many documents I've shown you. As time goes on, Mube in prosecution. They be amekacha Ghana for say, man, tinaha because I hate somebody. So I won't say I am getting at somebody. Now it is something I know. Now there's one thing about me too. So I won't say my can't send me na me can't want send me then I'm doing something dangerous. And then I'm a lot of some people sleepless nights to me videos 50 in a day. Yes, it shows how powerful I am. And then I say what they know I can do. They know how I can reach. They know the damage I can do. It is also my can't send back. It means I am working on it. It means it means I am going to do damage. I knew this guy. They're not all year. And National Signal Bureau. This guy was committing a lot of crimes. Now, and the Attorney General Nangasaba, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Attorney General making statements being there. Maybe I will the AC or National Service scandal. I am ahead of the Attorney General. I'm ahead of all the government institutions, security institutions. I am ahead of all of them. And when I say I am ahead of all of them, most of the people they are going after, I went after them a year or two ago, and I know majority of the things are on my year, and I have evidence to them. Now, I went to Attorney General and then Sabranti we or your NPPD Ekufuado and appointing no. So do not underestimate the AC no. Edubu we are and the Attorney General Bekan Wasem no. Just one institution, a small institution under the national security. It is not even the national security. Into the moon in Nana, we have millions of cities, just a small office. And then I say, a Juma was an NDC year, 42 years, a Juma. The number of prosecutions are also NDC year, 42 years. That's what I'm saying. Let us guide them. So I'm going to deliver 42 years this year. You will see how it will be in Ghana. Because the amount of corruption and criminal cases there, NDC they need to prosecute, and yet easy. A dorsum papa, and they are all factual. Now, so what Attorney General and Okan send me. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Then we will talk about it.
Prior to the enactment of the NSB Act, that is the National Signals Bureaus Act 2020, which transformed the BNC into the NSB, Mr. Boahene served as Deputy Director of the BNC and subsequently is Director from 2017. In other words, he has been in the management and control of Ghana's signal infrastructure since 2017. As the Director of BNC, Mr. Boahene was a co-signatory to the BNC's Director's account at Fidelity Bank. While serving as Director of BNC, however, he and his wife, Miss Angela Boahene, registered a company on October 23rd, 2018, which they named, and listen carefully, BNC Communications Bureau Limited. It is important to note that the similarity between the names here, that is BNC, was designed, to engage in a criminal enterprise, which will unfold as I go further. For purposes of differentiation, we will call the private company Private BNC and call Ghana's Signal and National Security BNC the National BNC. Mr. Boahene, who is the head or who was the head of the BNC, and his wife are listed as directors of the private BNC. Okay, so they registered the company, and they, the two of them, together are the directors of the company, the two directors of the company. On October 26, 2018, the couple opened a corporate account for their private BNC at Universal Merchant Bank, UMB. According to the mandate on the account, either of the directors could sign checks and approve transactions on the account. In his capacity as director of Mr. Boahene on January 30th, 2020, signed a contract on behalf of the government of Ghana and the National Security Council on the one hand, and on the other hand, an Israeli company called ISC Holdings Limited. The contract was for the purchase of a cyber defense system software at a price of $7 million United States of American dollars. Let us call this contract the GOG ISC contract. On February 6, 2020, Mr. Boahene then transferred an initial amount of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis, that is from the National BNC's operations account at Fidelity Bank to the private BNC account at UMB. Official documentation on the transfer revealed that the amount was for the payment of cyber defense system software, which the National BNC was buying from ISC Holdings in Israel. Mr. Boahene, in effect, transferred the money from the National BNC to his private company, the private BNC. A review of the transactions on the bank accounts reveals that once the funds from the National BNC landed in the account of his private BNC at UMB Bank, Mr. Boahene caused his private BNC to transfer an amount of 9,537,520 Ghana cedis to ISC Holdings in Israel. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,750,000 United States of American dollars. To justify or facilitate the transfer of the 9.5 million and the 9.5 million, Mr. Boahene fraudulently attached a copy of the Government of Ghana ISC contract as well as an invoice which he held out as an invoice issued by ISC Holdings Limited or in respect of the Government of Ghana ISC contract. On March 18, 2020 and March 30, 2020 respectively, he again transferred 21 million Ghana cedis from the National BNC Director's account at Fidelity Bank to the same private BNC account at UMB. The narration of the transaction indicated that it was for the payment of the cyber defense systems that the National BNC was buying. The transfer from the National BNC's account brought the total transfers that he made to his private BNC to 49 million Ghana cedis. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was exactly the Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of American dollars. The exact full amount which he quoted as the price at which ISC Holdings sold the cyber defense equipment to Government of Ghana. All the payments transferred to the invoice, a number from ISC Holdings, all the payments reference the invoice number from ISC Holdings to the National BNC. Importantly, after the initial transfer of the 9.5 million Ghana cedis, which was the equivalent of 1.750 United States of American dollars from the private BNC to ISC Holdings, no further payments were made to ISC Holdings. A review of transactions on the private BNC account reveals that after the payment of the 1,750,000
Mami njujum ema eye kumasefo mo na mo mpe no kre mami njujum brofo ne doso atene general kan brofo mami ntana mi njujum ema mu kumasefo ni bi mu asantefo ni bi a mo mpe no kre mo pese ye de atro tikire Ghana because mo MPP no mo mu bi mo MPP ne amfa no krante no mo gin say e wo say ye nyina de atro na tikire man no nti for the sake of atro adada amumu bia santifo ni bia mu di MPP chi mu dada Ghana for radio so nti mi badwudwamu wa santim ade akina mokoto ata mokoto nte mokopie dwom e wa asafo mokopie eye de Bantama market na mokopie kejetia na mudi nkoma a ye kan twi sana bia mu twa montro na amanfo na so mopa ye see Edu Boahene Attorney General Ghana lawyer penyini a ohwehwehwehwe krono ketahyehe ene proya mo MPP na Ekufuado ne ba omia di enim o se chemensa bosukan na po na hwene se crotch ene nkwasiafo maka no eka ho no obubedi yesu mfie wotwe na omontuma anya nsu amamo omontuma anya kwan amamo omontuma mbie sewi amfa equipment engum one distribution factory entumi si ba kwa ma ohima bia wasantime mu enya yaresa entumi ensi yaresa ema opemfo bia wasantime mu enya yaresa no omo bedi so no enkwase ade a omo ye na mebedwedwem a kire mo samo pen kore nana do dankwaku fo ade ne ba omia de yi abrantie we oya MPP ni mapa ye friend Edu Boahene wedwa na ne dwumade nyina ne se oda Ghana National Signal Bureau ano omo na sebio eba eye computer eye broni besie eye abodiemu the computer science the security yafa computer so bo Ghana ho ban ehwehwehwehwehwe computer mu nsam senior obi ntimi ndi Ghana dream senior betuma hwe den ye be protect ye cyber nyoma ye de abafu computer ede bo oman ho ban siesie oman epam den atamfo mbeso mo sai man no ene senior ye betumi di akyekyere man no abobo nyoma ho no ye frɛ no from NSB National Signal Bureau ofo course awo ye no omo no monitor course bia yo metuma tie text I will send you metuma hwe akenkan so obi ebeso obi di Ghana bro now the computer ya omo betumi trace akenkan ehu de ekɔ na ma menjudwam na abrantie we na dan kwaku for moment adwuma no a okoda sa adwuma na no sa adwuma no ene Israel fo bi edi nsawoso se Ghana beto imfidie bi ede bebo Ghana de ye ho ban abrante we na eda NSB na no na the abrante we here say Mr. S. Okay, I can do this one, right? That's last year. Okay. Abrante jumadi odin say NSB no BNC no Bureau for National Communication or whatever no omo account wo ho na attorney general ka no into so many company bia wa bruchire ana any private company bia di nkomo a sa edwumaku oda no omo account omo di dwumadie no na branch we ne yere akobie the same account did the same edin into Kevin Taylor and Sons Company a buying company no ono so akobie Kevin Taylor and Sons Company Limited ono ne yere omo di omudin a sha ase omudia. Into the first place no the intent is criminal. Now the branch and say could be the same accounts are a juma or down no my bank accounts could be the same thing the same name we're cloning technically we're cloning accounts no their work accounts deem pepe no why ye pepe or then a yere and sa the juma dia a juma or down no and Israel for company no edi machines biano na nyina anusi dean $7 million. Now they see and say Israel for the tie sika ne beto juma aban juma no accounts no na oyi sika no koto ono na accounts mu because edini ye pe sa accounts no obi no so ono na yere enko na tumi sign check edi sika ewom Israel for no sebi eni omudi nsawoso a aban di sika ye frɛ no $7 million a was edi tuama Israel for no was sa sika no eda BNC for accounts some yeri kotua Israel for no sika no finance minister tua sika no tuma na oyi sika no kogu ono na yeri accounts ma eno so kuta the same name na nim de ya sa anyoma na to free Israel for no anko so tua $7 million no otua $1 million per de momo ene ka $6 million ena oja no accounts sa account no ene edwuma ye de amano a Ghana for a taxpayer ye na wo say sika wo me de no we yi sika ra kogu ono ne private accounts ma what na edin pepepe into edin aban company no accounts no ono na yire abie the same accounts a almost operate into movie sa sika no den o de ba Ghana sika a o de ma sa ne nkofo na omomo exactly be 1.7 million per out of the $7 million no or my Israel for no 1.7 million and at the academy no or this sika no den or this sika no e de beto sa on an account them now why in such a way say sa account no we be na ye fake no receipt a buying company or da no e wono or the same receipt enti or no betuma receipt e wono private company the amount say a buying company receipt ni ati amount in fact so check here Attorney General say omo de omo ni to for ma sika efa ni nsemu no almost be Ghana sika 49 million cedis, which is time na dollar no bibia na ejina no $7 million. Now so wo hye abrantie we now wo hye dwumadia na odi enye energy ministry, enye planting for food and jobs, enye the scholarship secretariat, enye enye works and housing no we osha national security as a small office. The attorney general so bo hunkuane $7 million we di na dia won ade no nyina ne say otam sika free aban accounts mu no de akoto na accounts mu, because accounts na aban accounts no ekuta the same name one ne yire ena se bi omo ka omo tribo mu ene ne MPP fo omo wa ban mu omo ma no dwumadie no ena omo ye den omo ka omo tribo mu a na omo di sa adwuma no na yenko tie attorney general sika na abrantie we wiae no dwumadie potia na ode ye wo Ghana.
The difference between 49 million Ghana cedis, 49 million Ghana cedis being the money Mr. Boahene transferred from the bank account of the National BNC to his private BNC, and 9.5 million being the money he actually paid to the ISC Holdings for the software, ended up with him and his wife. That is to say that the sum of 462,480 Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money went into it. The investigation has revealed that the ultimate beneficial owner of BNC Communications Limited is another company known as Advantage Solutions Limited. 10 other companies are through a very complex web of shareholding and directorship connected to Mr. Boahene and his wife, Angela. Investigations have also established that monies, mostly proceeds of crime, from the Advantage Solutions Limited and BNC Communications Bureau Limited and other similar sources have been transmitted under very suspicious circumstances through the bank accounts of these companies. The investigations have revealed so far that the suspect and his wife have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10, of them that they created with Advantage Solutions mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies, but I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Boahene has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Boahene and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. So the properties that are in their names, their joint names, or sometimes in their in their individual names, are as follows. We have number 2 Stream Park Drive, Mayfair Estates, LA, that is Accra. For that, they deposited, and we have the deposit slip as well as the receipt from the estate developer, $1 million United States of American dollars. Number 6 Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra. Deposit 500,000 United States of America. That's American dollars. That's the initial deposit. All right. Then we have number 7 Edith Avenue, Mayfair, 200,000 United States of America. The property. Number 8 Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 97,815 United States of American dollars was deposited for that property. But we are sure that other cash payments were made to complete the purchase and then the transfer of ownership. So we are tracing all those documents. Number 9, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, 270,000 United States of American dollars deposited, initial deposit for the purchase. Number 10, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 150,000 United States of American dollars deposited. Now, he also owns a company known as Vertex Properties. Vertex Properties. And we've traced the proceeds of crime to Vertex Properties also. They have, Vertex Properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarefa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of 295 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those properties. Now, we also know we've been following the bank transactions very closely, and we know that on February 11, 2020, they made a 16 million fixed deposit from the payment received from BNC Security. This was from the initial payment of 27 million 100,000 Ghana cedis. On April 3rd, 2020, Mr. Dubois alone withdrew 7 million 250,000 Ghana cedis, okay, in cash. He withdrew that in cash. This payment came out of the second transfer of the 21 million from BNC National Security to BNC, his private company. On April 24th, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal was made. On the same day, he made payments to a real estate company to the tune of 1,566,000,000. So you see the coincidence, okay, of the transactions that were taking place. Then February to September, out of the 49 million which was transferred from BNC National Security to his private BNC, about 99% was withdrawn by him personally, and they were largely very large cash withdrawals. And we believe that those were the withdrawals that were made for him to make the deposit for the properties that are enumerated above.
Are you not worried? In son of a panic, Sikana Obobobosono, and how? Tebiamka just said the NPP as a political party. Nobody in Ghana should even think that the next 50 years you will walk to the ballot and say, me koto abama NPP. We are small our NSBO, National Signal Bureau, or under national security. We are our former, or just a director there. Now unim de na puafa. Unim de na biafa. Unim de energy agric minister of fire under planting for food and jobs. Unim de echo. Now ebiana de ekano. Mame nche obibi mu nche wa ha. This afternoon we posted something on our page. Mame reading nche na ti ase. This is the magnitude of the Ayeka. Now, Obadawa, a dime na yede chile na watono. A dime ba could be a cost $295,000. Now, a dime 27. That means dollar equivalent, $295,000 times 27 houses, or apartments, $7.9 million. Or to make or withdraw physical cash every bank. Now, when you go down, our separate house at Trasaco and at Trasaco areas, those houses, and costed less than $1 million. Apart from $7.9 million now, or the Akosha Vertex investment now, Vertex company and the and here one. Over Trasaco areas were our daya cost more than $1 million, several of them. Now, this guy was purchasing a dime in UK, 2 houses. Nina officer Otin Nisika NSB National Signal Bureau. Wako UK omu siensu Kufuado ne gabi mu. Osia ofori atamo. One ne yire atam NSB sika etumi akọ UK. Per the Attorney General akọ akoto dan. At a point from February bano na every day oyi 7 million, technically 7 million cedis. Tete Ghana sikano 770 billion every day no free bank cash. Yedi egu bottom near the amano. From the Attorney General's assessment, that means from documents Attorney General they are every single day na oyi 7 million cedis. Tete Ghana over 700 billion every 24 hours. Or you're just a director of National Signal Bureau. Say, Osha Adewe, and you think this is a joke. You can so sit and say, Obia it's not social media or defending MPP. The game, the end game, and they say, yeah, quiet demonstration. Galam say, in for MPP mbra power. It's a with Jimmy. Obia Kotina baby, and MPP no, and MPP no, and no business say, where Jimmy? For you to even fall for the NPP. This is the way our way Ondru Gabi level, way Ondru Oforiata level. Sa guy way, ukotuno jina sorry demo.
That will come into your ministry. So I thank God for this opportunity. What have I learned in my young life? In my very early 40s, really very early 40s. But I see that opportunities must always be seized. We must always seize opportunities. You know, we are aware that everybody is blessed. It is very, very true. You are pastors and you even know more than I am that when God created us, God actually blessed us from the start that we should be fruitful, multiply, and take dominion over all of the earth. So the blessing is already there. But you see, the difference between successful people and people who are not successful is opportunity and how you are able to seize it to your advantage. This is why Solomon mentions in Ecclesiastes, is it 9 verse 11, 12, he says that the race is not to who, it is, or food to whoever. In fact, he goes on and on. He is trying to say that people are successful not just because they were meant to be successful, but time and opportunity, or others say chance, happens to them all. Time and opportunity would happen to all of us sat here today. Time and opportunity happened to me. As you are sitting here today, time and opportunity has happened to you because you've spent time here.
And opportunity. He took advantage of us in the name of God. Say ye Jimmy. Oforiata soba esa. No we koti. Na yenya sofo e defend oforiata. Say ye Jimmy. Because you see, as people, majority of us, a man for the religion, Ghana Christopher, when it is in your favor, it is in the blessings of God. Time and opportunity, take advantage of it. Ojina sorry demo preach Sunday biya. And I want to send this message to, I heard they say Oko John Mahama sorry Assemblies of God, and I've heard they say Asofo be tried to plead on his behalf. Hey, won't take your break. Relax. And I want to send this message to NDC high-ranking members. Those who are calling the Jubilee House every day, pleading for this boy and some NPP boys. Stop it. Because I don't care who you are in the NPP. In the NDC. I don't care which position you are in the NDC. Whoever you are, if you don't stupidly stop that, picking calls and begging for NPP for, we will publish a conversation and we will make sure Ghanaians get to know who and how you're from for me. I don't care who you are. Obao, Bemao, I don't care what your position is. This should be your last warning. I am sending a warning to the leadership of the NDC, the high-ranking executives. Mo so na ma fa phone na ma fra Jubilee House. Na mo pleadi, na mo pachow, na mo say no, stop it. Today should be the last. I posted this warning, I think, on Saturday. I am not going to repeat it again. Obia wedi boni bia o Ghana emrachire no or access to lawyer and to defend themselves in court. Say oyo adamfo, if you have money, go and support him in court. So we NDC ni, we penyini, we executive. Now wadanfo MPP na efidi achina. Uwo sika former na fanko enko pe lawyer. Now so we waju say we executive. Oh there, you are up there. You can pick a phone and call Jubilee House. Anybody in the Jubilee House to try and plead, to try and make it look like, say, we are basically building a criminal cartel in this country into wedding kwasi somebody apache mano, wedding kwasi somebody apache. You people muntu chaso because me my bodamu. Me catch them from the beginning. And you'll be our NDC me on the pen me. I know. Me mean Jimmy is out. I know there are a lot of people outside the NDC on NDC. It's me. You people, or some of you people say, Kevin, and you're Biana. Me, I'm not that dumb. Me, I don't have a friend in the NDC. I'm doing my job. And I'm sending this message to Ahimfuda Moa Ghana. No. Mo Ahimfuni be my mo say. Enkofodi nkwasi asemo politics moa. Na mo de mahin semono abe pacha o munjai. And yes, sir, munyina so you put your nakedness outside. We are not going to play around here. Some of you are himfuna more Ghana no. Mo de mo say, mo te Ghana no enkwasi asemo ba, mo na mo pacha o. Mo na nkofo nimo. Mo na mo soso. This is your last warning. Me catch them. Send a bear when the time comes. Na me strike here. Obi ko jana bebi nka say, Kevin peso gu ohini we ni ma say. Ohini bi enso nchen Ghana. So I'm setting the record straight because me I have text messages and conversations are more himfuni bi. You are trying to find your way to the Jubilee House to beg for criminals. It should end from today. Oh, mundi matem. Where do I wine? Sana mukai from the beginning ye drew her. The also ya bemano. That person should go on. Onye onkoso no onye sadiano. Me, I have set the rules. Me naturally me NDC you. It is our NDC now I will say. Kevin, your NDC, you are making a big mistake. So I pigs way MPP for way. I don't affiliate with them. I just want the right thing done. So when NDC now the right thing, you are my brother, you are my sister. So when MPP now the right thing, you are my brother, you are my sister. But what I'm seeing in the MPP, majority, they don't even want to accept somebody Ghana bonnet. That is why I have placed them where they are, and they are going to be there for 42 years. And I'm setting the record straight today. I didn't come to do this because I want to be friends with somebody in the NDC. No. Nobody is my friend in the NDC. Obviously, I have friends I talk to in the NDC. But don't think, say, a kafewa, I'll be sitting here and protecting you. No. Nipana ya tu abama and I say he cannot protect you. I cannot do that for you. Nipana oma ujumano. He has put his presidency on the line and saying he will not protect any corrupt person in his government. Why should I be sitting here protecting you? I don't have time for that. Now, my main statement to be a year Attorney General here in there, Mr. P. Yeah, Mr. Now let me move to Mr. P. Can we move? Now let me move to something and the Attorney General can yeah. Majority of you guys, you did not pay attention. And the Attorney General can't see me. Matisa Gifty Oware. Nana the Dankweku Fuado wants to find a way to talk to John Mahama on her behalf. Mr. Mahama. You've not seen my crazy part before. President John Mahama, I have heard that Nana Dankweku Fuado and his team are trying to find ways to talk to you, to let Gifty Oware walk. Mr. President, maybe you have not seen the crazy part of me. Maybe the NDC, you have not seen the crazy part of me. and we are all here. If a call comes through, I will know. If Akufo-Addo decides to plead for Gifty Oware, now MDC4 Mama Gifty Oware goes through the cracks. Power. You will see how power works. Ewo, so when kuta power, yeah, be a different sema, you people will understand. Mr. President, me, that's the intel I have. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is trying to have a conversation with you to find a way to let Gifty Oware off. Never. It should never even cross your mind. Remember, the power you have today was given to you by the people on the streets. And the same people on the street can take that power from you. The young man, Okofu Po, Ebo flag. The young man, take and pay car when accident. The young Abrewana Obejina Kwahu, Ojana Nyoma Hobetu Abamano. Those are the people who made you president. Don't ever forget. And I know you know that more than me because you have been there before and you know how it works. So I am not in the position to advise you. With all due respect, I can never advise you because of your experience in politics. And you know, at least you have gone through this before. You have driven on this road before. You know where all the potholes are. I don't have that experience you have as a leader. So I know you should know better. That's all that I can say. And I believe and I trust you. And I know from how you have started, you will not disappoint Ghanaians. If you are going to allow the Akufo-Addo administration to come in the way, if you allow them to come in, they will dissolve your government. I know that for sure. If you create any opportunity for them, if you entertain these criminals, they will destroy you and destroy your government. And you people will never see power again. So this is just a respectful caution. The people on the street are angry. They know you can develop. They know you can build. They know you can construct. They know you can bring the economy back. What they want you to do is to prosecute. That is what they need from you. You have taken less than 4 years to build KJTia, build Sewia, build Konfanoche, Kasua, build Kotokra. They know you can use 1 year to build what you want to build because you have done it before. They need from you right now, what they need is for you to prove that people are supposed to be accountable. Attorney General said something today. Video where ye Parliament Council if a National Service Secretariat sa Gifty Oware no sa krono mo boy no. Later in the month or the weeks to come, Attorney General will come. I'm doing investigations, but my catch say I am ahead of the Attorney General. I am ahead because I have a team that is doing serious job even ahead of Ghana security agencies. The corruption at ACO National Service Secretariat, you have no idea. But I know the Attorney General they are going closer to something like that. Maybe they are not there yet. I don't know. But I am there. And I'm maybe BS watch Ghana for. In the Attorney General and other investigative agencies, you people will understand it well. Because me yes, investigations way and I know what was going on at National Service Secretariat. Now, listen very well. Attorney General was talking about National Service Secretariat, almost scandal. TNA, there's a word in there called vendors.
So the properties that are in their names, they are joint. So indeed, we now have evidence of payments that were made into the accounts of the top executives of the National Service by vendors, private vendors, and staff of the scheme. We also have evidence that in November 2024, and listen to this carefully, the CEO of the National Service Scheme and others paid a Ghanaian MP to kill the story in the media and to defend them. Now this is a developing story, and more will come out very soon.
The MP, I'll tell you, I'll give you the names. It's not a big deal, but Oka National Service Secretariat Assembly, Oka vendors, say National Service war, they are paying some monies through vendors or to vendors. Now, my mention will be on my scandal no National Service Secretariat. Gifty Oware, Mr. S, get me Gifty Oware's picture. Now I'm sure Gifty Oware and Nana B. Let me show you what they did. I know they will open investigations into it, and I know for now they are far in there. But me cheche bi much Ghana for. Na mo hu sika Gifty Oware ne Nana bi mo wia. Our National Service Secretariat. Now, you know what they did? On say omo bae no ena omo shemra say I was a National Service for nyina through e-switch card. Okay. That was how they started stealing from you people. And we are talking about millions of dollars. For the 8 years no more power no. Let me show you what they did. In the MPP bar power no, and I'm say all National Service beneficiaries or whatever you want to call them, they have to be paid through e-switch. Now, sa e-switch card na omudeka say every National Service in Libya I was say, Mr. S, do you have a picture for me? I need to place a picture on it so that it will make it easy for people to understand the person I'm talking about. Let me put a picture on. Get me Nana B's picture too. Maybe show Sibia scam in a course or National Service no. Who you are better. Now this is the Gifty Oware girl. Girl we and Odi Ghana dream. She put this crime together on Nana B. That's how they made so much money. They made millions of dollars at our expense. Now this is how they started it. Omoba National Service Secretariat no. And omo ka kire Ghana for say omo de mrafo fraba. Every single person bia oye den oye Ghana ni a ye betua no ka as a National Service person. I need to put this full up because in here pass I'll put the pictures up. Thank you, team. Pictures in here because Emma Ghana for who nipa ye can asem. All right, this is the guy. All right. Now, this lady and Nana B, this is what they did. And I know, yeah, the investigations and Tom Fahon, and the Attorney General, investigations are Asama Miki Ebebim. Now, Saga away on Nana B at National Service, this is what they did. Amoba no Meshem Brebi say, so be National Service in Kwadia, say bet your car, I was set unya e-switch. Now, what they did was that Omo create e-switch card Emma ghost names. Now, hundreds of thousands of ghost names don't create here. So what they did was that in Tiafa say almost creating 200,000 as ghost names. Right now you see a bet your National Service Nibia car. I was say you turn a car egu e-switch, so it meaning also it goes through a vendor for the person to be paid. Now, what these people did was that they introduced NPP ghost names into the National Service numbers. No? And I give to Oware and in an abimo, FR trusted people in their party from the National Service Secretariat. And Omoma Sanko for the Omo fingerprint. I register hundreds and thousands of e-switch. What they did was that Omunya nipa ba akona sani pano and then the fingerprint and normal printing about 200,000 and over e-switch cards. So automatically, those e-switch cards now creating it is for National Service personnel. Now, what happens in the say every month, that person or those people, they can take like 10 people or 5 people will register, and each person because of our fingerprinter, the create a e-switch card momo nipa ba could be a bit more nipa 50,000 and 20,000 and 10,000 on your fingertips. Sa e-switch card nina it goes to one name, one fingerprint. Now what happens in the say month ni draw na se ka say you betua National Service for car. So National Service for 1.5 million. 500,000 it is theirs. Do you know how they go take the money? One person will go to the bank. They have connection with the bank managers. And the signing panel will come. Sa one fingerprint wire one card. It represents 500,000 personnel. And that person will go and you bet 500,000 ghost names at their masani panel because they created one person 500,000 e-switch cards. But you don't see the physical card. But on the fingerprint barcode and a year 500,000 e-switch card on the system. In the Sani Pani banker, the people they did that with, they know. Into Rema, they know that this person is coming to take 300,000 national service personnel with one e-switch card, because one e-switch card it represents Nipa Bear 300 and not 10,000 and not 20,000. So what they will do is they will pay that person's money into Sani Pan account. It will go to this guy and this lady. They will tell you, say, first you know something? Yeah, they say that is how they stole from you, and they stole millions. And what they did was that they insisted that every national service personnel we have to pay you through e-switch. And I'm call for no a creti. Fingerprint back, the fingerprint, they create e-switch cards 200 on the system and 50,000 on the system. National service for no omdosu. Inti yebetuma say amwako wo dey 10,000 every month biano bank way any manager na bekasa okwa you are coming to take 10,000 national service personnel for, because on the system there is a e-switch card, there is a fingerprint. That is how this lady and Nana B stole millions, and it was monthly basis. It will do some time be not the real national service for you Tiomoka, but not ghost names for they have been paid, because these people they make sure say the ghost names are the priority. Into to say national service for Kim na ebimo catch or say you no, because they have created this thing, and that is how they were able to get in the system. So they were making free money. The money that the finance minister will pay into it, 70% goes to them, because they have created e-switch. Right now, if you trace the e-switch, you see what will happen. Into the national service under these people, 70% was ghost names, but they created e-switch for them. So as far as this e-switch, it means it's a personnel. And that is how Nana B, any girl they stole from Ghana. This is how they stole the money. And we have done our investigations to the point we know all the vendors they used. We know all the banks, where they went. That's why I'm saying I am ahead of the Attorney General, the investigative department. The damage these people did, Sika and Nabi nigga we viano. You have no idea. And what they did is they have this in several banks, so they don't do it at one bank. In so many banks. And you say what 20 banks, 30 banks are. All that they do is they send their people there the e-switch card. Nipa ba kope oba or representing Nipa 200 or representing Nipa 1,002. The bank managers know. They deal with them. They will pay it through the accounts. And all ghost names. Now national service in the salary delay. Now you check ghost names for the second man. Into bar, almost go and check the data. All these people have been paid. Why are you saying you have not been paid? We are doing our best, because you can only be paid through e-switch. Because when you go on a system to people with e-switch, they have been paid, but you can never notice, you can never find those people in real life. In the days to come, maybe I show the list of banks. Any nipa almost small mom no. These are criminals. You have no idea, right? So you might think, say, now we more idea. Boni omodino. Anytime I dream, say yenchi omoda. No, these people they are calculated. They are criminals. You see, they connive with these bank managers, and they do this damage. Yani youth, yet it is social media and so. Ena yetiem kwasiafo. Abra, the real issues are there. The real issues are there. International Service for do the calculation for 8 years. Say omo ni pampo 500,000 boom. Now they are ghost names. Now my e-switch card. Now omo calculate the money. Calculate the money. Even 2 years. Do the calculation and see. And it's not like they are being paid 6 months, 6 months. Oh, they are paid every 30 days. These people are paid like millionaires. You to say millionaires. This girl Watoto estate, Wato S class, what she's wearing a $40,000 watch. She's being paid every 30 days, millions into her account, free. You see, they had no idea they were going to lose power. It was off their table because they had put things in place to do these things for years. And right now, no, they are confused about everything. They don't know what to do. Okay? Imagine, say, Edu Boahene MPP had won power. Do you know how rich he would have been? And our own Edu Boahene National Signal Bureau. Imagine, say, the NPP had won power. They would have moved that guy from where he was to national security, to head national security. The last time I saw national security document, and I'm sure say national security, the damage they are even doing at national security. I'm sure there, you people, here document way. This is national security for whom? Besides, let me do this. But the document we I'm sure the damage these people are doing to you. Your national security. You see this? Maybe just 2 documents. We are mature documents with that. We are no busan. Remember, say National Signal Bureau, Edu Boahene, they are below, and I say almost national security. I say the president, the government, if they want to catch, when damage a kanda palma, I'm sure they be okay. I'm going to put this on the screen. I will enlarge it. This is a year here. This is 2.6 budget by chart of account. We are national security, Ministry of National Security. So 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Share our budget now. I'm sure I did. Oh, sir, who read our budget now? Security Advisory Service. 2020, almost spending 19 million cedis. 2022, 21, I was spending 219 million cedis. 2022, 219 million cedis. And at 2023, 290 million cedis. Just Security Advisory Service, the advice. Now, when it comes to other expenses, which you don't know, under national security and National Security Bureau, other these they are all under national security. Over other expenses are 119 million cedis. 2020 is almost spending. No. You don't know where the expenses went. 2021, 119, 2022, 119, 2023. Then figures don't change, they are static. An agency that is working with different people with different budget and receipts, their budget does not change. 219, 219, 219, 219. Over other expenses are 119, 2020, 119, 2021, 119, 2022, 119, 2023. It hasn't changed. Ask yourself. They are just copy and pasting. They're stealing from you. Now, over compensation of employees, we don't know the abode to the prior or your under national security. 346 million. You see the numbers. Now, look at this. Share expenditure trend for the medium term. The Ministry of National Security has apportioned a budget of 332 million 878 million 325 million Ghana cedis and 415 million Ghana cedis for 2017-2018 financial year respectively. Into 2017, almost spending 325 million Ghana cedis. 2018, 415 million. It jumped. Now the total expenditure for 2017 stood at 324 million. In terms of expenditure classification, an amount of 249 million. Now when you go to the table I'm telling you where the corruption is happening. Under national security. Now here, agency 2018 approved budget, national security compensation nkwa minimum nipa mutual compensation momo 355 million Ghana cedis compensation. Actual expenditure almost spend mutual compensation of 203 million. So 152 million no almost who be a fire. Sika ne dan finfi yehu. Over goods and services 2018 49 million. Actual expenses and expenditure almost spending 30 million out of the 49 million. 18 million. Your friend variance, they could not account for it. Now, for the period 2019 to 2022, the medium-term expenditure for mainly Government of Ghana funds is projected to increase from 554 million to 1 billion. From 2019 to 2022, the expenditure moved from 554 million to 1 billion over. So, when I tell you, say, the things you are seeing, say, Attorney General Kachira will say, oh, the NSS, this is what is happening there. They know that a lot, maybe they have not gotten there yet. Maybe the crimes now, you have no idea the seriousness of what we are seeing. It will take us about 42 years. And we have to clean the system slowly and gradually. The same time, checking people in government and making sure we are also developing. It is not easy. You cannot use 4 years and 8 years to do this. You want to build a nation. You want to check criminals who stole from you. You are also checking your own government, people who have intentions of stealing. The same time, you need to make sure your economy is booming. You are creating job opportunities. This is not something you use 4 years to do. These people left a galamsey menace that you cannot use 10 years to even fight. So nobody should think, say, this is just a 2-year, 4-year Mahama term. No, this goes deep. It goes beyond 40 years. Because these people have caused a lot of harm. They have destroyed lives. We are not joking. We are done with allowing people to distract you. Unnecessary jokes, unnecessary fooling, tribalism, stray dogs fooling. We are looking at building a nation and holding people accountable. That is my job. Whoever has to be taken care of on every street in the world, we will do it. It is on the table. But we should not be distracted. Because if you know what you are doing, you don't make noise. You don't fight back. You deal with what you have to deal with. But my focus is to make sure John Mahama delivers and the NDC stays in power for 42 years to make sure we realize that dream of making sure Ghana, a politician, respects the laws of the land. And this is the beginning from the Attorney General, who is ready and willing to make sure the right thing is done. This is no joke, eh? Recently, and I know majority of you guys have seen this issue come out. This issue of Afenyo marking. Attorney General Kanwasem say Afenyo marking. Time national security went to search Governor Addison, former governor of Bank of Ghana, the residence. You saw Kasongo 99. The NPP are foolish. The NPP, all that they want to do now and say, because they know they are stupid and corrupt, they want to distract every process that will put their people in jail. They want to do everything possible to stop it, because as a minority leader who says he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, so now say you as a minority leader, a silly micro piglet minority leader, content creator, if you're a lawyer and you're intelligent enough, now say what to say, a former governor of the Bank of Ghana, national security, sectioner, as a lawyer, so you're credible now. What do you do? What's the first thing you do? You lay people on the street. the first thing you do is call the security agencies that are involved. Me minority leader. I don't lead pigs, but at least do I minority leader over phone as ofre national security boss obefa, ofre the CID boss obefa, ofre attorney general obefa. But because afenyo marking him say MPP for do ne Jimmy, afenyo marking is a content creator because he just using these foolish tribal bigots to build his political career. He quickly came on social media and went to Addison's house and said, oh, national security have gone against the right of Addison. They have gone to his house and they have raided his house. But as the minority leader who is intelligent and calling yourself a lawyer, the first thing you do is you double check. You ask the institution. So Addison ya true for na or yet no for no Addison should have told you, say, this and this happened. The people who came to my house are from police, are from national security, are from BNI, are from whatever. Ukodu Addison in Komobe na one Addison diye. Actually, you are diabolic and stupid. Actually, you know your followers are foolish. They don't read, they don't understand. Majority of them are following the party because of stupid tribalism. Because only Addison Dinkoma, Addison should have told you, say, national security for the buy no more warrant and so many warrant. But after your marking, not only said the national security that went to Addison's residence had warrant, he knew send the party for the Jimmy. He wanted to distract them. He wanted it to be about himself. He was creating content until quickly he came on social media to say, the national security have gone to Addison's house to raid Addison. To raid Addison's house. Now you, after your marking, Addison is the former governor of Bank of Ghana. What did you ask him when you went to his house? Did Addison tell you the guys who came were armed robbers? Did Addison tell you they just bumped into his room? Did Addison tell you, say, body blow? What did Addison tell you for you to foolishly come on social media to come and try and run down a state security agency? Actually, with Jimmy. Actually, who's a partner of the majority of them are stupid. The people who went to Addison's house, they had a warrant. And I know by this time, warrant on social media. They had the warrant. They showed it to Addison. Addison, the former governor of Bank of Ghana, he read the warrant. Now, what was in the warrant? What were the specific wording? Where it's been and warrant in him? Warrant in the case of Omukonom who kraba, Omumpiansin chain. Warrant in the case of Omukonom who woma, Omumfantu frejiso. What did the warrant say specifically? So Omukodru Addison wa as state security agency omotumi ejina judge nim. You don't just take warrant and your receipt oko officer no akote. You need to make a case in front of a judge to prove to the judge, say, I was say permission to enter somebody's house because you are doing an investigation and there's something in that house that will help or aid in the investigations. Now, when you stand before the judge, you as a prosecutor or a CID or the attorney general, you need to convince the judge for the judge to say, okay, you have the right to enter Addison's house and go and try get whatever you think will help in the investigations. Nobody just walks on the street to go say Mikuta warrant. The court need to give you warrant. And before the court or a judge signs warrant, the judge needs to hear the attorney general, hear the police officer, and make a decision. Say, why some now can assume? You have proven to me the evidence you have shown me. Say, Sani Pawi or your crown for into our samukonifie. Nyomebia ebia obeseno oberia kwashe baby no mutumi kwaje ansana waseno. Warrant is to give you access to go and retrieve evidence, things that will aid in their investigations. So when a warrant is given out or a warrant is issued, it does not make the person guilty. It is the attorney general or the individual institution, the case they will make to the judge. And my judge, Jinasoka say, NDA, what convince me? Actually, nipa we onya adena beboa oman no emiayem nhwehwemu no saade no obese no into munko na munko yi. Now, when you read the warrant that was issued for the arrest to happen, this is the warrant. Now, when you read the warrant, I want to say, after market, onim say MPP for Jimmy. As what Tinim watch majority into making kind. They are stray dogs. They are stupid. They are tribal fools. So he is playing on their conscience. He is using TikTok and content creating to build his career in the NPP, or a content creator. Now, when you read yet the warrant of the court at this in the High Court of Justice, General Jurisdiction, Accra, Ghana, suit number CR 03002 2025. This is the warrant. Now, the reason why I'm reading the person obi ehu the warrant nim. The normal we are say a den na National Security Corps at this in FRBB. Now, when you read the warrant, this is what it says. Ernest Kwamena Yedu Addison, subject. Ex-party Sulemana Sule Jr. applicant. Now, search or arrest warrant. This is what the court granted the security agency to take with them to search Addison's house. Now, when you read, it says this. Sergeant Justice Ali Baba Abatori, Justice of the High Court. Sorry, that's the judge. Sorry. His Lordship, Justice Ali Baba Abatori, Justice of the High Court. Onena ogrante sadien sa warrant no. Onena emo mukwain so omonfa warrant no. Enko as edien permission to be able to search Addison's house. Addison here ko search ni fie what is wakasa. Addison no number one and wachia no. Addison only lawyer. Why hasn't he released the statement till now? Addison in Kasai. And sometimes because Martin Pegbu, you talk too much. Sometimes maintain your level a little bit before you speak. You have Ghana at heart, but it is not speaking too quickly. That makes your case a case. Franklin Kujo, Omo Iman in Egu, he's pained that Dan Parry has been removed. If Franklin Kujo, they are not relevant in our politics again. They are out. We have a new group of people. We are building Ghana politics. And to those people, they are talking out of pain. They don't ask. And they have seen say, our place is diminishing. They are struggling to stay relevant. Kofi Bentil, Franklin Kujo, these are people who basically sat in Ghana, lied through their teeth. Now, who read the warrant now? Upon reading the affidavit of Suleiman Sule Jr., a superintendent of police filed on the 12th of March 2025 in support of motion ex-party for a search or arrest warrant. Judge Nekasano, and upon hearing the submission of Dominic Bakuma Esquire, PSA, counsel for and on behalf of the applicant, it is hereby ordered that the unnumbered house of the suspect, Ernest Kwamena Yedu Addison, who resides at Airport Residential Area in Accra, be searched or arrested by the appropriate security agency or agencies for the purposes or the purpose of finding and preserving items suspected to have been obtained or procured through criminal conduct. Judge and say evidence na police for the achena we ready ati asiemu say omo wonjina so no or masa warrant way for search or arrest. Say omo nko efia a word document ne so na omo nko eden omo nko search anaso omo arrest nyama bia ewo ho a ebeden at the end of the day obi toye obi enya ewo sa afie wa sebio yamfa ekwan paso na fa ya abedi nipa bi nsem. Enti the warrant was straightforward to go search for criminal things in Addison's house. Now, it is also ordered, Judge said, it is also ordered that any item or evidential value to the investigation being conducted, if found or on or at the above mentioned address or premises, should be searched, retrieved, and preserved by the agency or agencies to assist in the investigations. Judge ne says omo ko so a na se omo hu den ade bia e wo fie ho na investigators na agency no and security agencies no ko no omo se saade we ebetumi aboa omo wo omo investigations ma oso mo fa eni so omo ko hu kuraba na so omo se kuraba we betumi aboa omo in the investigations. The warrant says it clearly. When you go there, the warrant gives you the right to pick it because it is going to assist or aid in the investigations to determine the outcome of the allegations leveled against the person they went to search. The warrant is detailed. Now, it is further ordered. Judge Nene Kasano. It is further ordered that any person or persons found in the premises who may be engaged in any form of illegal activity should also be arrested to assist investigations. Judge ni say omo the warrant ni rafie ho na omo hu nipa bia owo fie ho say omo hu ni say wo de ye investigations ye hu di wom ye hu say wabokro no ye suspect omo betuma chi nipa no e the handcuffs gu no e de nakọ. He gave them the right to arrest. It gave them the right to search. It gave them the right to take anything that they think will aid them in their investigations. Why hasn't Addison himself? Addison himself, why hasn't he released a statement if what they came to do in his house, it is against his fundamental human right as a citizen of the Republic? Addison in Kasai. Afenyoma kinim say MPP for Jimmy. Afenyomaki knows that MPP for Jimmy, MPP radio for Jimmy, he just comes on TikTok, a content creating politician. He is creating content on him so much Jimmy. They will just do what? They will just follow anything. There is a warrant. And Nuntina Addison of all people, his lawyers and he himself, he has not been able to release a statement. Ever seen there? So I was saying what the national security led by Jakpa came to do. No, it is illegal. Why haven't you sued? Why haven't you forced your lawyers to release a statement? If what they came to do is criminal, why hasn't Addison spoken? Because Addison knows, he cooperated. Addison read the warrant. Addison nimse with the bonnet. But after your marking nimse MPP for more Jimmy. Now you understand. Into that circulation story now, yeah, and because you see what they want to do, they want to paint Jakpa black. And it's always steady MPP for MPs now, any communicators now. Every small minute they get, it is about Jakpa. They want to create an impression, say Jakpa is working and not using the laws of the land. They are lying. They are lying because they know Jakpa cannot be compromised. They know Jakpa is not that kind of guy who will back off when he knows that he has the right, he has the documentations, he has the warrant to enter your house. They know Jakpa can enter anybody's house with the right documents. That is why they have decided, say, let us attack Jakpa. Let us make it look like, say, Jakpa Eni Pabonini, he is not using the rules of the land to work. But till date, nobody has been able to sue Jakpa. Kanoforia Takra went to court. In his suit, he could not put Jakpa's name in there because he knows that Jakpa entered his home legitimately. Mama Mankwasi following that they are just playing. They know it's a gun of weight Jimmy, and they always sit there and they think say they can create something in the heads of Ghanaians. Into the MPP. And it's now here Akwebina pipe or Metro TV. Good evening, Ghana. Now the guy with the PVC pipe by his neck. Pipe. When you listen to him, the idea is that make Jakpa the bad person. You cannot taint him because if Jakpa has committed a crime, the person Jakpa committed a crime against, should sue. Why hasn't anybody sued Jakpa? Why hasn't any fool sued Jakpa? When you go to parliament, you will hear something like this. This is their strategy. They think they can malign Jakpa. No, like I say, NDC for Jakpa Baba say no. They know that Jakpa is doing his job, and they know he's not a pushover. They know that Jakpa is going to find the criminals. That is why they want to create an impression in a system say Jakpa is a bad person. He is not. He's doing his job. Muntie MPP Nkwasiafoe.
Photographs circulating on social media clearly shows signs of destruction and ransacking. Hardly the marks of a lawful and respectful operation. If indeed a court-issued warrant truly existed, why was it not presented to Dr. Addison before or during the raid? Why was brute force used to overpower his private security? Why was the CCTV camera dismantled and taken away? Transparency is a hallmark that ensures lawful enforcement. The failure to follow basic procedure cast doubt on the legality and intent of the operation. No amount of legal contortion or public relations spin can undo the facts. Dr. Addison's home was raided under highly questionable circumstances. If the actions were truly lawful and above board, why did the National Security Coordinator find it necessary to call and apologize to Dr. Addison via the phone of Mr. Richard Jakpa? If there was no wrongdoing with the conduct of the security officers, what exactly was the apology for? And perhaps more importantly, if that apology
was kwasi ampe nyanyo ne ko bubu table parliament no or Vietnam nke ku na to atwene parliament kwasi ampe yi on ne bubu table parliament yene property akwasi awe obubu no live on national television. You see how foolish we are? Now Addison, are these people Addison's spokesperson? So Addison so already and I say Yamfa warrant at what is stopping Addison from releasing a statement that nobody showed warrants to him? When Jimmy, they play on the conscience, they play, you see, they know the MPP are weak-minded people. They know the MPP followers are foolish. They know the MPP followers are not smart. Jimmy. Now, in some Awokano, what stops Addison's lawyers from releasing an official statement from Addison? And Addison, Nanwachi and Dominkasa. And Addison, Oniano Bekasa. They speculate. They want the media to pick this because they think say you're 1998. I'm just say 2012. Said a beya kwasiba betina radio so now or the way now running news no we are not going to allow that again because Addison is not a small boy. He has his lawyers, he has his legal team. He is a former governor of Bank of Ghana. Why is he not speaking? Chomu fi bi omrijina TV ne so. Apeteshifo mienu. Anodom pre owa onje. And yet Ghana say this political party should not exist. And in Ghana for say the NPP needs to stay in opposition for 42 years. We need another party. These tribal pigs cannot. Because you see, they don't have the country at heart. They don't care. It is their selfish interest. At this point, somebody who just broke table that belongs to all of us, he has not rendered an apology. Somebody who sat on national television to fool and fight. He is coming to tell us about somebody being rogue. This guy. A Krube Suna Akwa Parliament. This is a guy we saw on national television. Wachaji bubu table. Jimmy for any omomugu ankafo for any yeni omo so mfa so ncha akwawe. Because when was the last time what he said in kofo wa ankafra omasore change table so ebubu table. I've never heard anything like that. So people at Ankafo, I respect them more than Sakwawe as a member of parliament in our parliament. He's a rogue guy. This guy has no principles, no respect, no intelligence, or no right to stand before Ghanaians to talk about somebody doing the wrong thing. And then Ghana na Jimia, this guy who just spoke was never supposed to be back in parliament. They call him Jerry. More moto Obama or Chinwe, more problem. If you are in your constituency, now catch him so wako school who a certificate. Now ko salai to Obama sakwa we are Jimmy. The certificate is useless. Unimi answer. Now sakwa when they do with nima. What do you think? Say ubenya as a Ghanaian. Where Jimmy for? These are idiots. These are people who don't respect. Omu say Ghana na Jimmy. Let's just lie. And you got say ya, you say, sa akwawi. Akwa na yekana asem edu Boahene. Ne lawyer any attachia. Whoa. Edu Boahene we na and the other can asem kromfo no. Yankotia you say ne lawyer actual letter be respond attorney general. No lawyer ne hwan ya you say ne lawyer ne attachia. Unim attachia. Akwa na tisa achim police no. House and Housing Ministry owie sika se pete. Attachia. Attachia na ngasa oya lawyer for Edu Boahene. Wan here no ngasa obeko jail. Attachia Segleme housing project. Segleme Attachia krono obo wo Seglemu. Attachia na ngasa wan here attachia na we ni lawyer no obeko jail. How did we get here? How are we allowing these low-minded criminals to run us off like we have no brains as a people? We lawyer ya Attachia. Attachia is a criminal. Attachia na kotna Segleme. Attachia na me the first scandal amene Kennedy Japan asem ne bae no. Till date ultimate proving won say wanye sade no. He even sat on TV to admit say he was signing dubious contracts. Attachia ne nim tu searching police. Attachia. Na yet Ghana. On say the same cartel. On say we nya baby an kofa lawyer bibia. Ewifo na bi no yi ba ko so be me lawyer. Ewifo na mu ba ko. Enti me catch you say South Ghana na ka say NPP is coming to save Ghana. Attachia kronfo we na akwa we akofa ne say bra na be kama asem mame. Attachia Jack Ijaya ho. Time na Attachia minister na boy we todan o wieska Attachia. Ewrade onie. Hweneti kronfo bia ne nse Attachia. Almost sorry, MPP Momo Jimmy to be a lawyer. MPP. Samuel Attachia born 20th August 1962. Now Kanya, he was a member of parliament of Akime Buakwa South, Achimni, in the eastern region of Ghana between 2000 and 2025. He is the second person aside Nana Akufo-Addo to be elected as MP for that constituency in the Fourth Republic. Obasroa, he was the Minister for Works and Housing from 2017 until January 2021. Attachia. Kofa lawyer, Attachia. Enya Attachia, nana oti bugri na abu, ene eye dampari case in the sun. Egozi say, Attachia, corrupt Attachia. One any brisikacha Attachia. Time Attachia minister, na boy we ensu wieska. Also, when Tuanko outside their circle, he still stayed within the criminal circle to pick a criminal to defend him. That is how they are. They cannot go out because they have tainted themselves. They have messed themselves up. No legitimate, intelligent, honest, credible lawyer will follow Attachia or this Edu Boahene guy to court. Nobody will do that. It is only the dirty ones that will follow the dirty ones to court. Now reading letter now attach and release it to defend Edu Boahene. It does not even sound like a lawyer who wrote the letter. I saw Otron Afeneto. And these are people we have sat in Ghana and held. All because Oma Kabibia to team MPP their lawyers wemo 90% of them law certificates in any real. These were the same guys. Edu Boahene na omdi sika esha Baumia campaign. Do you know how much money Attachia and Edu Boahene omdi sha Baumia campaign? Millions. You think it's a joke? Huh? Do you think it was a joke? Sahab boy we Edu Boahene we. They were the people who were sponsoring Baumia's campaign. Sahab boy we I can answer me. This Edu Boahene. Omu sika na Baumia they running the campaign. Omuna no mutam sika no mdako tuetua ema no mun nanam Ghana shet. These boys, these were the ones omdo musika running campaign. No. Do you know what these boys were doing? These are crazy kids. This you think it's a joke? But when ekoba no women no mudi sika pia campaign no. They never thought to say they will lose the elections. They are all still in a dream. They are shocked. They still don't want to wake out of their dreams. They are still in there. Let's not underestimate what the John Mahama administration is doing. Let us support the Attorney General and the Okansemi or say he is not ever going to be pushed to prosecute. He needs to make sure he has his facts right, because Godfrey Dame was not prosecuting, he was persecuting. And Ayeni does not want to persecute. He wants to prosecute. And if you want to prosecute, it means you want to win. He is not going to be under any pressure to do what? To persecute. Because there's a difference between persecution and prosecution. Godfrey Damina, the Naya say no, he was persecuting people. He was using the law and going after people because he thought he had power. But Ayeni says, I'm not going to bow before pressure. I am going to make sure I get my facts right, my evidence right, before I prosecute. Let us support the Attorney General. The NPP is just a distraction. They know they are never going to be close to power again. In the next 42 years, let us build. Let us correct the NDC. Let us be Ghanaians first. Let us educate each other. Let us fight Jandam. Let us fight misinformation. Let us fight disinformation. Let us stay resolute. Let us focus and make sure the right people are always leading us. The NDC, they have shown it. I've told you several times, they will make mistakes. But what they are doing now shows they are willing and they are ready. Their leader has proven that they are ready to serve us. Let us guide them. Let us protect them. Where we need to correct them, we have to correct them. Criticize them constructively. Make sure that they do the right thing. The next 42 years, we need to keep the NDC in power. Make sure they do a reset and clean the system up to make sure Ghana be a person could do. I'm doing my part as a Ghanaian. I am doing everything possible to educate you, to let you understand that the NDC, the John Mahama administration, this party thinks about you. A social democratic party. They have built, they have constructed, they have saved, and they keep on doing that. It is our job to support and protect them. The NDC is not from heaven. The NDC are humans. We need to check them. We need to stay on them. We need to keep them in power to save this country in the next 42 years. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. It's been a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. We will discuss Ghana. We will get things right. We are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Cheers. We will meet tomorrow. Good night and God bless you. Gigim.
Yo, we are best fishermen. Solo for no answer my. I watch it. You will for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you to put a why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was the Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? 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 Every papa no, what one is the motto? 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 Why round what? Why you Why round what? I want it. Original. I will move for bad. I want me to bad. Where you are, no grumba.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV. I see say a lot of people are moving from the traditional media to the social media. And PENDREAM, you are setting the pace because you bring the issues as they are. And the those are the issues. And then Unipa are not ready for just ordinary endorsement. But people want to hear the issues. What are the issues? What are the possible solutions? So for me, I'm endorsing PENDREAM TV. And I'm recommending, say, Obi Biana who feels traditional media and why you're bored with it, I'm going to live up to expectation. Your next last stop is PENDREAM TV.